Now this new offering for the 38 Special and 357 Magnum is a very interesting bullet. It's a new bullet offering, and you would think, why wouldn't they have done a tumble lube? Why didn't they do a copy of the 200 grain Super Police bullet that was popular back in the 1930s? This seems to be a rifle cartridge because it has a long tapered crimping groove for, like, say, a 35 Remington, and it has a gas check design. Well, the gas check would be for rifle. Since this is a heavy bullet, you're not going to be pushing it at that high velocity in handguns, so why the gas check? We certainly aren't going to be pushing 1700 feet per second, much less anything more than that. If we're loading this in a rifle like a lever action, then we might very well benefit by the gas check, and perhaps that's why it's there. But why not the round nose? Because the round nose would be a better pistol cartridge. Well, we got the flat nose, and it looks like we have an inset from the full caliber driving band, and there's an ogive right up here, but the effective overdrive is right there at the front of the shoulder. But we're going to be crimping right in that crimping groove, and I would think we could use that for the 38 Special. Now for the 357 Magnum, we might very well be crimping up here on the front ogive somewhere. But we'll see, because we don't want to exceed the overall length maximum for that round. So shooters and reloaders out there, we're continuing on our series on the 200 grain 358 round flat bullet by Lee. It's their new bullet that's a heavyweight for the 38 and 357 Magnum calibers. Now these bullets were just cast and dried, and we're going right into the powder coating for the testing of the loads. So we put about 200 bullets in there and running the Lyman turbo tumbler, and you see that the powder is coating very nicely. We'll let it run for another 10-15 minutes or so while the oven is heating up. Now how easy is this? It doesn't take much time at all. You pour in about 200 bullets, plug this in, let it run for 20 minutes, go do something else. Now, as the time has elapsed, we're ready to go ahead with our next step. We're going to unplug this unit, then open this up, and then dump the bullets and the powder into this basket. Now I'm wearing my respirator, so if I don't sound very good, that's just the way it is. But look at that, well-coated bullets, ready to go ahead and dump them into the basket. Easy. Now I have some tongs here from Harbor Freight, so we can pick up the bullets that fell out, put them into the basket with the rest of them. Now here's a very important step, and that is we're going to get rid of the loose powder and the clumps. Give you a close-up of that. The real trick is a vertical shaking to get rid of the loose powder. Now, we could be wearing the nitrile or latex gloves, but you'll notice that I'm not getting anything on my fingers. Still, we're going to wash our hands real well after this. We're going to be taking this basket and putting it into the oven that's been preheated to 400 degrees. Now it's important to have powder that you can do this with, so that it's got a nice thin coating but it's covered well, and you can shake it and not lose the powder. Maintain the thin coating. So there it is, we set for 20 minutes, and again we don't have to watch this, so off we go to do something else. Once again, here is the pouring of the powder back into the turbo tumbler. And as you can see, there's just no mess anywhere. Now we'll just go ahead and put 200 more bullets in there and tumble those while the oven's baking the other one. Now how easy. We're still tumbling the next batch, but the previous batch was in this basket, so we just turn it over. It's still hot. Hit it against the concrete floor and all the bullets fall out, and then all we have to do is just take our glove and go like this, and we separate them all. They separate easily when they're still warm. You see, they're all separated. There are no two bullets that are stuck together. Bullets are actually cool enough to touch. But there you go. So now we could actually take the next batch that's in the tumbler and load that one into the oven also. And keep going. So here's the basket just taken out of the oven, 400 degrees, the timer went off. You bring it in, and then you just take this and you turn it over onto a concrete floor. Like that. There's the basket clear. Then you just take your gloved hand and you start to work the bullets, and that separates them. No powder coat comes off on your glove. Now if you want, you could actually wait an extra couple minutes, let it cool a little bit, because these are still pretty hot. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll just let them cool for another couple minutes. Okay, I went ahead and finished separating all those. They separated very nicely, and you can see that there's no problem. So now we have 2 batches all done. And all we need now to do is to go ahead and get a container and put those away. Now you notice that every once in a while on a bullet you'll see a little spot like that caused by contact with a wire in a basket. But that really doesn't make a whole lot of difference. It's not really a problem. And in exchange for the time that you save with the basket and putting it into the oven just all stacked up, instead of trying to line them all up one at a time on their base, we can accept little things like that. It's only on a bullet here and there. Most of them don't have it. Now, in addition to the other benefits of powder coated bullets, such as the de-emphasis on the importance of bullet lead hardness, the clean shooting, clean reloading, clean handling properties of powder coated bullets, we also have the protection of the cast bullet from moisture. I recall that one time I had wet bullets, I put them away, and they turned into a little corrosion, a little bit of a whitish oxide formed, kind of like rusting of the lead. Well, that won't happen with powder coated bullets because this is protected from moisture. Now I think that a lot of the controversy about powder coating bullets comes because we're trying to make powder coating allow the cast lead bullet to perform like jacketed bullets in rifles, say for instance. Well, turns out that we do 95% of our shooting with cast bullets anyway, and the way I look at powder coating is that it's a very good way to deal with cast bullets in cast bullet applications, not full metal jacket or jacketed bullet applications. So I'm not trying to push cast bullets past what cast bullets used to be able to do. And because I'm using it in cast bullet applications, this is really a lead pipe cinch. Now once again, I'd like to thank Gun Fun ZS because he said to me that it doesn't really take that much more work to powder coat bullets. And now that I've done it as much as I have, I agree with him completely, because when we put the bullets into the tumbler, we're not watching it. It's gonna run without us. When you put the bullets into an oven for 20 minutes or 15 or 10, whatever you're doing, you're not watching it. So your own time is not really being used there, and the amount of effort is not much. How much effort is it to dump bullets into a tumbler and let it tumble and then turn it over and dump it into a basket and then carry the basket into an oven and then going ahead and separating the bullets? It's actually fun doing that. So it really isn't a lot more work. We're not trying to make cast bullets shoot like bench resting. We're not trying to make cast bullets shoot 3,000 feet per second. I know some people out there are doing that kind of thing. Let them go ahead and do it. But for cast bullet applications, what do we got to lose? This is clean to handle. There's no grease. You put these in your pocket and they're not a problem. So we'll go ahead and load those. What I've done is, for all of you 45-45-10 fans out there, I haven't powder coated all of my 1100 bullets that I cast. These will go into 45-45-10, and we're going to go ahead and test those loads with this heavyweight 38-357 Magnum bullet. Bye for now. And cleanup is easy. Just get a slightly damp towel, wipe everything down, and there's just a little bit of powder that you'll pick up. But it's all clean. Look at all those beauties down there. And yes, we still keep getting those questions, why do you need so many bullets? And the answer is, because we're gonna shoot them. Bye for now.